Hey there, how's it going? Ray Reese here, personal training manager, Anytime Fitness, Chestnut Hill. Got another Friday night base workout for you. Now, more recently, we had been doing like these sort of mega circuits where you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of exercises, like 7 in a row. Now we're getting back to the sort of mini circuits. So we're gonna have 3 parts to this workout, and there's gonna be 3 exercises in each of those parts. So that's gonna be a miniature circuit in each of those parts. So you'll have 3 exercises, you'll do those 3 times through, take an extended water break, then the next series, 3 times through, extended water break, final time, 3 times through, water break, cool down, etc. And so, of course, if you're doing like exercise A, B, and C, you can hydrate after C before you begin A again, but we're trying to also be efficient. So we're gonna try to, limit our transition time between exercises to like 15 to 30 seconds, all right? So it would just benefit you to have your water bottle handy so that you don't lose any downtime. Also, try to keep in mind our increments, our A, B, and C is going to be 8, 16, and 32. So your A exercise is always going to be 8 reps. Your B exercise is always going to be 16 reps, and your C exercise is going to be 32 reps, or a 32 count, depending on whether it's a single rep or pairs or what have you. All right? So, what are you going to need? You will need either one thing or a pair of things. The pair of things we really only need for one exercise. And with that exercise, if you only have one thing, whether it's a jug of water or something, you have a book bag or something and you have to hold it in one side of a suitcase, you can do half of them on one side and then half on the other. So yeah, either a thing or a pair of things. It'll help to have some cones or something that you can put on the ground to just mark. It doesn't have to be cones. It could be anything. It could be plastic cups, right? It just you'll see once we get there in part 3. All right, so something to mark your distance, a pair of things. Also might be beneficial, some sort of something that you can put on the ground to mark for you to step over. All right, it can be anything. It could be a ribbon, it can be a jump rope, a rolled up towel. It could be anything. It could be anything. But you'll see once we get there, then you'll be able to adjust accordingly. And a mat. Yeah, a mat will help. All right. So, yeah. Okay. All right, cool. So we're gonna get ready to get started. All right. So the first thing we got, single leg deadlift. All right. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna balance on one foot. We're gonna use the other leg to stabilize ourselves, right? And I'm gonna bend forward. You can use a dumbbell if you like, but you'll notice this leg is what's doing the work. This one is just keeping me from moving to the side or falling back. So back is straight. So my hips go back somewhat. All right, now if you're doing it correctly, so let's say I switch, you should feel a stretch in your hamstrings and in your glutes. You shouldn't feel anything in the other leg. Some people prefer to put it out to the side. I prefer putting it back, but either way, this will help us target that particular side without there being like any sort of momentum, and so that you can also have a lot of balance. So without dumbbells, you know, this would be 8 reps on one side and then 8 on the other, right? So slow and easy, 8. Well, let's say 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if I wanted to do a dumbbell, you know, I can hold it by my side, right? I can even hold it in front, but this is a little more uncomfortable for me because it kind of makes me want to round my back. So I'd much rather, I don't even want it on that side because now it's twisting. I'd much rather keep it on the same side that I'm trying to work, all right? Right, so it's gonna go straight down my leg, all right? We're not gonna bring it here. I'm gonna come up. Now, if I wanted to use 2 dumbbells, right? So you'll take your time. You'll do 8 on one side, then switch 8 on the other side. Then you got push-ups. All right, so with your push-ups, you're either gonna do a standard push-up or you're gonna do a negative push-up. So your standard push-up, you'll be in your plank, back straight, right? So that's a standard push-up, or you can do a negative push-up where you're in a plank and you just let yourself down and get up however you can. And you want to try, let yourself down as, I don't want to say slowly as possible, but as controlled. And try to not plop or flop down. So you'll have 16 of those. Now, if you don't want to do those, you can do chest presses, wide chest presses. So just without banging my elbows off of the ground, just keeping those dumbbells apart. So we're not coming here, we're not locking out the elbows. We're just going down and up, and we would do that 16 times because this is our B exercise, all right? So from there, sorry, from there, we have jumping jacks, all right? So I should say from there we have jacks, okay? You have 3 options. Either your full jack, right? Or just the feet, right? Or some combination of that, but without the jump and you're going side to side. So, and you would do that 32, 31, 30. So, and if you're jumping, then yeah, 32 jumping jacks, all right? So you would do that circuit. A, 8 reps, B, 16 reps, C, 32 reps. Go through that 3 times. Try to stay hydrated. Once you're done with those 3 times, you know, shake it out and get ready for the next circuit. All right, so we got ourselves some squat jumps, some supine lat pullovers, and then we're gonna be jogging in place. All right, so squat jump. Most important thing, land in a squat. If you remember nothing else, land in a squat. You can forget your name or your phone number or where you were born before you forget to land in a squat. Because this is way more important than those other things, right? So if I'm going down into like a quarter squat, landing in a squat, that's just a quarter squat, right? So that's a little quarter squat. However, if you want more of a challenge, you can do anything between there and touching the ground and exploding up, all right? So, and you're dropping the hips. The hips have to go down and back. Land in a squat, land in a squat, land in a squat, land in a squat, all right? So, you can do the first thing, you can do the second thing, or you can do sort of a non-plyo version, a non-ballistic jumping version, dropping the hips, calf raise, all right? So, touching the ground, calf raise, but it's still gonna be quick. You have to do 8 of those, all right? Then, we have ourselves some supine lat pullovers, and you'll need your object or pair of objects. All right, so I'm gonna demonstrate it with the pair, okay? My arm's gonna be relatively straight, and I'm bringing it almost to 90 degrees, say like 80 degrees or so, all right? I'm not bringing it here, because here, we're no longer doing any work. It just gets easier from 80 to here, all right? So we're gonna touch softly, bring it to like 80, touch softly, bring it to 80, making certain we're going with control, all right? Because this is gonna be 16, all right? Now, I'm doing it with 2 dumbbells, but I can do it with 1 dumbbell or 1 book bag, laundry bag, whichever. Reaching back, touch softly, 80 degrees. Touch softly, 80 degrees. Or even if you don't touch, you can just come to right up and down. You may even feel this in your chest, which is fine. It's called a supine lat pullover because we're in the supine position as opposed to the prone position. And this motion is a pullover, and we're working our lats, but it's also working our chest as well a little bit. All right, so you've got 16 of those, and then we're gonna do a little jog in place. And this is where your, where I said you could have something to mark the ground with, like a ribbon or rope or something. You'll drape it across the ground. And if you don't have it, you can pretend It's fine. All you're doing is jogging forwards and jogging backwards. So boom. So it says in place, but you're really going in front of your thing and back. So you're gonna do that 32 times. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whichever you prefer, however you're feeling, but you'll probably want to just do one, count each one, You're going to want to count going forward as 1, then going backwards as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth, all right? So you've got your squat jumps for 8, your supine lat pullovers for 16, and then you've got your shuffle jog for 32. All right, 3 times through. Breathe, water break, and hopefully, you're hydrating throughout. Like, you got, like I said, that 15 to 30 second transition period where you should be allowing yourself to gather yourself before we move on to the next one, because we don't want to rush into the next thing. You don't want to rush into the next thing and, risk poor form and or injury. All right, so, if you have, I'm going to go over this next exercise using a pair of things, and then I'll tell you that's the optimal way. I'm sorry, so I put on a new mix today, and I'm just like listening to like all these jams, which is, they're from my time. And now I'm like trying to not like sing along, not dance poorly, because I have no dance ability. Anyway, back to you. Using a pair of things, dumbbells or otherwise, and I'll show you the single object option. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, yes. And this is also where you're gonna need your cones or your objects, but we're not right now. We're done with that. All right, we're gonna do bent over. We're gonna do bent over rows, all right? You're gonna hinge at the hips, right? Like so, back is straight. Elbows stay close to the sides, okay? So if you're doing, all right, so bent over rows, you're gonna do 8 of these, all right? So depending on how you're feeling from the previous 2 circuits, 8 may be enough. If you're like, I could do more than 8, that's fine. But what I would say is, instead of doing the rows, you can do rear lat raises where you keep the arms straight and the dumbbells do not come in front of your shins. They stay at your shins or behind, all right? And 8 of those will be challenging. So 8 would be the number for those. Then we've got fireman's carries. Yes, we have fireman's carries. So this is where we are going to set up just some markers. Because what we're gonna do, we're gonna be moving, we're gonna do a teeny tiny figure 8. Well, I'm doing a teeny tiny figure 8. You might wanna do a larger one all right? But the general motion is you're gonna go down. Well, hold on, crap. All right. All right, so I'm gonna go down. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Hold on. Forget it. All right, yeah, that makes more sense, I think. All right, so I'm gonna go around. All right, so just like so, right? That's I'm making a little figure 8, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do, is there something on the, what am I looking at? Sorry, oh, that's the timer. Like, all right, anyway, you're gonna hold your dumbbells. You're gonna hold them away from your waist though. So we don't wanna just have them hang. We're gonna hold them out, all right? And we're gonna walk around. All right, so you're gonna do that. You're gonna do that 16 times. So each cone counts as 1. So if I go around, so this is 1, 2, 3, until you get to 16. And then we have mountain climbers, all right? So you'll be in your plank, and you can either go at tempo, or you can do just one at a time as you see fit, and you'll do 32 of those. So 8 bent over rows, or rear lat raises, 16 farmer's carries, and then 32 mountain climbers. Now, let's say you only have 1 dumbbell or 1 item. You will then do alternating single arm rows. You'll do 8 per arm, so it'll total 16. So you'll have to do 1, 2, right? And I should mention, don't roll it to the other side. Try to, boom, put it down. And so if you're alternating, then that's 16 total, 8 per side. With your farmer's carry, you'll have to hold it in one side for 8, and the other side for 8. So if I was, let's say I had just done, I've done 4 already, so I've got 4 left. So 4, 3, 2, 1, switch hands, and then go around. All right, so that's it. You got 3 parts. Yeah, you've got 3 parts. Woohoo! All right, so yeah, you've got 3 parts. A, B, C exercise. 8 for the first exercise, 16 for the second, 32 for the third. Go at your own pace. I may say, hey, 15 seconds transition or whatever. You have to listen to your body, especially if you have any aches, any pains, anything. Short of breath. It's not a race. We're trying to stay healthy. Yeah, listen to your body. Get water. If you need to get water sooner than later, feel free. Yeah, so it's a 70s, 80s mix. It's a 70s, 80s mix. And yeah, any questions about this, any previous video, any current video, feel free to reach out to me. Again, look forward to seeing you here sooner than later. We still have virtual training. Thanks to all of those who have signed up. And yeah, that's it. Keep getting fit. Stay positive. Ray Reese, Anytime Fitness, Chestnut Hill. Have a good one. See ya. Bye-bye.